So, hello there everybody, welcome back. Now today, in this video, I thought it would be quite in order, I suppose, if you will, to go ahead and talk about some of the new content that has, of course, been revealed to us. Now, in today's video, I would not like to go over everything, and I don't want to go over everything anyway, crazy amounts of detail, because as Ninjago fans, and as YouTube viewers, right, watching other Ninjago YouTubers like myself, I'm sure that you've already seen a lot of other people kind of like, I suppose, dissect and break down all of the new content that we've had officially from LEGO. So I don't want to kind of like bore you guys with a video that you simply don't want to sit through entirely. Which is why today I've kind of like, I suppose, compressed everything into a fairly short video. But at the same time, I'm not going to like rush through everything, right? But simply put, I've watched pretty much all of these new teasers, trailers, clips, whatever you really want to call all of this, from LEGO's YouTube channel over the past few weeks, and I've brought everything down to just a few key topics that I would like to kind of just like go ahead and give my thoughts on. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it, and of course in the future I will probably, you know, like make whole separate videos just talking about individual topics more in depth if I see fit. But for the meantime, let's just go ahead and get started with today's video. Again, I've got some like bullet points here up on my screen now as I'm recording today's video, and I just want to, again, yeah, just talk about them with all of you. So, in absolutely no particular order here, I think that the relationship between Kai and Wildfire is going to be something truly special. No, not like together as in a couple, but as a friendship. Seriously, these two have absolutely great chemistry and they work so well together as a pair. Cannot wait to see where the story takes these two, but from what we've seen, you know, the little individual bits from some of the different clips, so far, so good. Very happy with what I see with regards to those two. Next up, the whole concept of a new Jin is also amazing if you ask me. Nadokhan is, of course, my favourite villain. If you guys know anything about me, then you will already know that. Ninjago and just the Jin themselves always seemed just a little bit underexplored, so seeing a new Jin can only mean positive things, that's for sure. Next up, we have to talk about the merge Quakes. Tensions are definitely rising with regards to those things, and in one of the actual uploads onto LEGO's YouTube channel, there was quite a big focus on the merge Quakes, and obviously the Dragon Energy cores, which they need to stop them. But what I'm really interested in, because obviously we've already seen merge Quakes, we're quite, I suppose, acquainted with what they actually are in the first place, but what I'm really hyped to see, and I suppose just experience overall, is seeing what the big, bad, like, huge, cataclysmic event with regards to the merge Quakes actually is. Like, the big thing that happens towards the end of the season before the Ninja save the day. Kind of predictable, but you guys get the point, right? I think that is going to be super exciting. Like, could we be seeing realms, like, being ripped apart as a result of the merge Quakes? Who knows, but in my opinion of that, whole idea just sounds amazing, and that is something that I'm really hyped to see. Maybe a little bit out there, bit different compared to what you may see on some other videos or just some other random, you know, general opinion. But still, I did absolutely have to point that out, as this is something I'm very hyped to see. Beatrix! As I've said so many times in previous videos here, something very peculiar is up with Beatrix and what she's all about, and I, for one, absolutely cannot wait to see what happens and what kind of evil plans she may have. Well, planned and up her sleeve, because I think there's a lot more to her than first meets the eye. Another thing to note here is that Raz in this particular scene is, well, very peculiar as well. Seriously, what's going on with him? Whatever the case may be, things look so insane, and I don't even want to spend very long on this point at all, because if you guys have watched some of my other videos before I took the big break, you would know that I've talked about Raz just so much with regards to what he's going to be doing in part 2, so yeah, I just cannot wait to see what actually goes ahead and happens. I don't want to spend too long here anymore, so I won't go over these next couple of points for very long, just because I don't want to bore you guys with everything here, but the ninjas splitting up into 3 teams is awesome. I kind of touched on this a little bit indirectly when I spoke about the Kai and Wildfire duo, because that's part of this. I'm a big fan of that, though. I like the teams themselves. Obviously, you've got Sora and Nia, which is a combination I wasn't fully expecting, but I'm more than down to see those two, you know, become friends, good friends by the looks of it, too. I love it a lot. Lloyd and Aaron, again, is something we saw a lot of in part 1, and they work very well together. So, yeah, all of these teams match up perfectly, and I cannot wait to see some of the chemistry between all of these characters, both new and old. Lastly here, though, something that happened very, very recently, as of the time of me actually making the video, seeing the core Bone Warriors actually appear in canon. Seriously, like, actually within the season itself. Seriously, it's so unexpected. But weirdly enough, I'm actually quite happy with this, and I can't wait to see where they actually take these villains. I doubt they will be used as, like, big bad villains by any means like they were in the core sets, but I think we could be expecting something very cool to actually happen with these guys. So, as you can see, if you have actually made it up to this particular point in the video, it is very obvious that I am extremely happy with the lead up to part 2 so far, and I hope all of you are too. With all of this being said though guys, that is basically just about going to conclude everything for today's video, so hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you made it this far, then I assume at least that you did enjoy it, so if you did, please do go ahead and leave a like on it. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here or just haven't done so already, it really helps me out. And click that little notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on the channel and can be notified whenever I post a new video. And go ahead, leave some comments, leave some thoughts down below, because I've done enough rambling on in this video. I'd love to hear what you all have to say. With all of this being said though guys, I will catch you all for a new video very soon. Catch you all shortly. Goodbye.